from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return, and able to get this out to the 25. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now Graham. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a first down carry by Jones. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover mark. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Following the fumble recovery, Graham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On second down, ETN once more.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On play action, Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They go play action with Lawrence.
This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, Jaguars. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Buccaneers, nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. It's Graham. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Down. 15, 1, 59.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Walker with it over the middle. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0.
Jaguars 21, Buccaneers nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Graham going to set up to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, check back, back, 6. 60 Bison. Let's put that team on the 60
Now it's Graham.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more.
Buccaneers, nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Fournette on the toss to the right. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 22. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Succop on now for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Succop will put this one right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Show it up. Protein spell. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Makes 3. 218, jump.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Going deep for Walker. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
No, off.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's Graham to throw it.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Graham to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what a jump.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Kittle.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys up.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. a great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jags are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Graham will throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Check pass. Check pass.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
First down, Jaguars.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Etienne.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
First down and more, ETN, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jaguars 49, Buccaneers 3. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Graham. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll go again with ETN.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Shit.
A handoff for ETN.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
116 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
What we got? 43 is the mic. Tighten up. Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he finds Gronk.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
7 yards, the pickup there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
$51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. And they take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.